Hi, and welcome to Road to Freedom Life Coaching. My name's Kathleen, and this is my dream, my business, and I love being a life coach. What I'd like to talk to you today, and what I'm making this video for, is how I use Emotional Freedom Technique, or EFT, to help you release old movies that keep replaying in your mind, or help you to be able to help yourself when you're having a panic attack. There are many different ways that we can use EFT in our life, and they are very successful. They work very well, they're very easy, and anybody can learn to do this. So to start with, I want to explain that when we come here to Earth, we go through many things. And just taking on a human body, it comes with its own set of different challenges. Growing up, we have a lot of challenges there. Getting married, having our own children, we have challenges at work, challenges with friends. And so to learn this technique will really help bring you peace in your life. Now, everything we've gone through sits and spins here. All the emotions, all the trauma, all the fear, all the worry, all the anxiety, if we don't release it, it will just keep spinning in the body, actually in your subconscious. And the reason that happens is because the subconscious is like this robotic eye. It's constantly scanning for anything that might be a threat to you. And what happens is it stores all these mind movies. And through these movies, we have all these memories of traumatic things that have happened when we were children or adults, or maybe you've gone to war or you've been abused in some way. And the mind, the subconscious mind, will keep those just to make sure you never get in that situation again. So it will be ready on the spot to help you get into fight or flight mode and get out of that situation. Well, we don't need that for many things in life. We don't come across a tiger too many times out on our walks or anything. So what we can do with all these movies that keep replaying is just release them and replace them with a much better movie. And the way I do that, the way I help people and myself, is using EFT and a process that I've developed called journey work. We're all here on a journey. We all have many things we wanted to learn on this journey. So it's a good idea to take the gifts that we can take from anything that we have gone through in life and learn from that, whether it's just compassion or empathy or another concrete lesson that we can take. And take the gift from it, but release the stressful movie that is in the mind. And the places that I use to tap on are in between the eyes, side of the eye, under the eye, and on your collarbone. It's very easy, very simple to do. So let's go ahead and take one, just for an example for you, so you can kind of see what we do. The first thing I would ask you to do would be to remember a very good memory, something that just really makes you just smile and feel really good inside. So if you want to tap along with me with this, I'll give you a minute and you can think of that good memory. Okay. The next thing I would like you to do is close your eyes, and I'd like you to imagine a mighty river, and I want you to see it flowing, and I want you to see that man has made a dam on that river, and it's a huge dam with big gates holding back the water. You can almost feel the pressure of that water being held back. And wherever you are, I want you to imagine that you have a red button on your wall. And I want you to understand that when you push that red button, that red button will lift one of those heavy gates up so that water can go rushing out and down into the river valley. Now, Once you've seen that and you can see that powerful water rushing out and going down the river, I would ask you to tell me what movie is in your head that keeps replaying over and over. Now let's say that you had a situation when you were very small and you were attacked by a dog. And so I would ask you to remember that movie in your head, and I would ask you to let me know what is the emotion that is first coming up when you remember that movie. Now let's say that it's fear. I'm going to ask you to make that fear as big as you can make it. Let's say from 0 to 10, right then, that's like a 9. I mean, this is a real fear for you. Even when you go for a walk or ride a bike, if you hear a dog, you can feel yourself start breaking out in a sweat. So I'm going to ask you to feel that fear. And then what we'll do is we'll start tapping. And we'll do a round of allowing our body and mind to release that memory. Okay? So we'll just start right here. So you can tap along with me if you want. I allow my body to release and let go. I release and let go. I release and let go. I release and let go. And I'm going to ask you to put your hand over your heart chakra and take a deep breath. Okay. And then I will ask you again, what is the biggest emotion right now that's coming up? And let's say you tell me terror. So I release and let go the terror. I release and let go the terror. I release and let go of all the terror. I release and let go the terror of seeing that dog come at me. I can see his face. I can see his teeth. And it's a very frightening situation. And I take all the energy surrounding that situation, all the emotions of fear and terror, and I let them go. Big breath. Okay, now I'm going to ask you again to tell me the movie in your head. And maybe for you now, it's not quite terror, but it's still scary. So we'll go ahead and do a round of releasing all the scary feelings. I release and let go all the scary feelings. I release and let go all these scary feelings. I release and let go all of these frightening feelings. I release and let go all of the scary feelings looking at this dog. And any other energy associated with this that has to do with being frightened, I let it go. Deep breath. Then I'm going to check in with you again. How are you feeling? Is that still the emotion you're feeling when you first see the dog? No, I'm kind of feeling like that's gone now. But I can hear the dog. I can still hear that sound of the growling, and so we would do a round of that. So we would release and let go the sound of all the growling. Release and let go all that scary, scary sound. Release and let go the feeling of being trapped and I can't get away from this dog. Release and let go that feeling of being trapped and of hearing all the scary noises. I take all of those feelings about being frightened over those noises and I release them and let them go. Deep breath. And now I will ask you again, please tell me that movie about that dog biting you when you were little. And maybe now we've gotten up to the biting part of this movie. And you can feel the physical pain of that dog biting you. And so we would go through and we would tap that physical pain away. I release and let go all feelings of hurt with this body being bitten by that dog. I release and let go all the feelings of pain. I release and let go all the feelings of shock. I release and let go all feelings of hurting and pain and shock and any other emotion attached to this dog biting me, and I let it go. Deep breath. And then I would ask you again, please tell me your movie and let me know what's coming up now. And then you could go ahead and tell me maybe another part of the movie. Maybe some children were laughing at you when that happened and they didn't come help you. And so I would ask you, what emotion is coming up the most? The shame or the feeling of being abandoned, where nobody came to your rescue. And perhaps you would tell me shame was first. That's jumping ahead first. And so we would release and let go all shame. I release and let go all of the shame attached to this movie. I release and let go all of that shame. I release and let go hearing those children laugh at me. I release and let go all emotional trauma from this event of hearing the kids laugh at me and nobody helping me, and just feeling so ashamed that they were all behaving that way towards me. I release and let that all go. Deep breath. And then I would ask you again, how are you doing? Where are you? What are you feeling? What emotion is coming up? And perhaps then you do say to me, I really felt like I was all alone. I really didn't have anybody to help me. They all just stood around and laughed, and that feels really bad. And so we would go through again. I release and let go all emotional trauma. I release and let go all feelings of abandonment. I release and let go all feelings that these are my friends and I don't know why they're not helping me. I release and let go all of the fear, all of the feelings of pain, all the anger that they weren't helping me, all the feelings that I didn't matter, all feelings associated with this. Okay, I take them all and I release them and I let them go. Now, big breath. And out. And we would keep working on that and working through these situations and all the emotions that would be coming up. And when we were done, I would ask you to think about your movie again. And now what usually happens is you can still remember it. It just doesn't have that kind of emotional pain attached to it. But you can remember it, but it almost seems like it belongs to somebody else. But the next step we can do, if you would like to, is actually make a new mind movie. And so we can imagine in our mind that we did see this dog, and this dog did come to us. And instead of attacking us, the dog brought us a ball, and we were able to throw that ball and maybe play with that dog for a while, and then maybe our friends joined in. It's all very personal and all very individual. The main thing is, it's incredibly easy to do, and it works so well to get rid of any kind of trauma, anything that keeps replaying. It actually does bring you freedom in your life. And there are, of course, many ways that you can use EFT in your life. You can use it if you're in a stressful situation. Perhaps you haven't worked with me or another coach or energy worker who's helped you release some of this. And let's say you are in a situation where you are on a walk and you do hear a dog barking and you do feel yourself breaking out in a cold sweat and you feel like you're going to have another panic attack. You can start tapping immediately and releasing that fear. And that works really, really well. And again, it's fast and it's easy, and it's a very simple thing to learn to do to help make your life better. So that explains EFT a little bit. If we do not look at these things, these mind movies, if we don't bring them to the forefront and take care of them, they are not going to go away just from us trying to never think about that. That doesn't work. Whatever we try to force away in life, the universe will force just as hard back. And so we have to find a way to allow that energy to be released. And I would love to help you with that. And I will have more videos that I put up. And I'm grateful you came to my site. And I hope this video helped you in some way. And namaste.